Hi everyone, Angus Campbell here on Saturday the 14th of August from the Isle of Islay, the Whisky Isle in the Scottish Isles. So a bit of an unusual setting, and that's because unfortunately my father's been unwell recently, so I'm up at his house just providing some support while he recovers, and now you know where I get my name from. So I'm away from the garage at the minute, obviously, but thought I'd try and give you a quick update, as long as we don't get interrupted by seagulls. So firstly, since my last video, I've been videoed by the Classic Motorcycle channel. They originally approached me, as you know, at the Stafford show and incorporated a small clip of their coverage of the Stafford show, but since then they've contacted me to do a more sort of detailed pitch of the BSA grave framers, and particularly my collection associated with those. And there's a link in the description below to that video, and here's a quick snapshot of the introductory still. So I know a lot of you will have already seen that, because I've had an increase in subscribers recently on the back of that, so I just wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers joining my more well-established ones, and the community is growing, and it does mean now that I've exceeded 1,000 subscribers, then we can start a sort of community dialogue as well, which I will be doing. So thank you all for your interest, subscriptions, likes, and any comments. I always appreciate those. So on the collection front, let's start with the A70. So following the last video, where it appears that we've successfully sorted the ignition fault down to the points contacts, then I'm a little concerned about the oil pressure, and I've started investigations on that front. There will be a video pertaining to that shortly, where I'll go through the usual culprits to look at. I think I know what the problem is, and I think probably everybody else can guess as well, but that video will be out hopefully within short order once I return home, but I'm not quite sure when that'll be yet, so hence this is a bit of a stopgap. The Rocket 3 is running well, and so that's my daily runner at the moment. But one thing we did notice actually when we were doing the videoing the rides for the Classic Motorcycle channel video is that you know, when you're really giving the bike some stick and maybe cruising it around 70 to 80, it's smoking and blowing oil quite badly on the right hand pot, and that's can be only one of two things really, either valve guides or rings stroke pistons. So that'll be something to investigate over the winter. We'll take the head and barrels off and see what's going on there really. We know there's nothing wrong with the bottom end on that. The oil pressure's fantastic on that bike. Just have to kick it over and the oil pressure warning light goes out. So that's good. And then finally, obviously, we've got the first start on the Fury SS, and we must do that really, because it's ready to go and we've probably waited long enough. But anyway, I think that's probably all for now. Once again, welcome to all the new subscribers, and as you've probably seen, I'm quite keen to enter into a dialogue over comments, etc., as appropriate. And on the comments front really, let me just say for the moment that thank you to those that have suggested what might be the problem with the lightning and what to investigate next is appreciated. But also we may have come across a contact very recently whose father had my Fury Roadster in his garage for a little while, so we'll follow up on that. So that's all for now, just a very quick update just to let you know that I'm still alive and kicking, and I'll leave you with just a panoramic from where I am now, which is the Crescent in Port Ellen in the Isle of Islay, where my father was born and bred and where he retired back to. And Islay is the Whisky Isle, so just down the road from here. The nearest distillery is Lafroig, which is one of the better known single malts. We've got Lagavulin, Ardbeg, and then elsewhere on the island we've got plenty of others such as Bunmore, Bruichladdich, Killeela, Bunnahabhain, Port Charlotte. There's some up Mist, Kilcommon. Anyway, there's about 10 distilleries, and there used to be a distillery here at Port Ellen, and it stopped distilling years and years ago. The site's still owned by Diageo, and they smoke the malt here, but they are now going to rebuild Port Ellen Distillery because the whisky market is very buoyant at the moment. But let me leave you with a panoramic of the Crescent here, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks again to recent subscribers and to existing subscribers. Thanks very much for any likes and any comments, and take care. Cheers. Oh, and just to finish off, here's what's called North Bay, the other side of the pier. There's the pier over there that we saw from the other side. There's the bay, looking across to the O, and in the distance there is Kilnorton Lighthouse. Always a bit breezy here, and then work our way round to the old distillery. You can see the bonded stores in the foreground. You can see the two, let me just zoom in, the two small pagodas in the centre there where they used to smoke the malt in the old days. But Port Ellen hasn't produced any whisky for a long while, and its stills were taken away years ago, but they are now going to rebuild it. And then finally you've got the maltings, which still operates there, smoking malt for some distilleries on the island and on the mainland, although some are now reverting to the old traditions of germinating and smoking the malt themselves. There we go. And there's a better view of Kilnorton Lighthouse. Cheers everyone.